Even the most careful shaver will get the occasional nick or cut. Before you start putting little dots of tissue on your face, here are a few ways to treat them.
Hello, Tom. I've got a friend of yours here.
The classic way to treat a shaving nick or cut is with a Styptic pencil. A Styptic stops bleeding by contracting skin tissue to seal injured blood vessels. A classic Styptic is made of aluminum sulfate. Aluminum sulfate is not an aluminum metal, but rather a naturally occurring mineral. You wet it and then rub it against the nick or cut. Yes, it usually stings. And here is a set of single-use Styptics in the shape of a matchbook. It's typically a solid, though some products like this one add additional ingredients like aloe vera to make a liquid, which is then applied using a roller ball. Another common spot nick treatment ingredient is aluminum chloride, or one of its cousins like aluminum chlorohydrate. It is again used with additional ingredients to make a more skin-friendly, convenient product. This one is also applied with a roller ball. And this product is in gel form. By the way, I have to give a shout out to my buddy Gio from ShaveNation.com for turning me on to this gel. It works really well for me, and I found a tiny bit goes a long way. A couple other ideas for spot treatment of nicks or cuts include a tiny bit of petroleum jelly or even lip balm. Aluminum chlorohydrate is used in commercial antiperspirants, so rubbing your finger on an antiperspirant stick, then onto the nick, could help. What about solutions that are used on the entire face? These aren't specifically meant as a nick or cut treatment, but are useful for them anyway. The classic face treatment for after shaving is using an alum block. Alum block is made up of potassium alum, another naturally occurring mineral. It was primarily used for its antiseptic properties back in the day, but it is a mild astringent too, so it's useful for those little shaving weepers. You wet the block and rub it all over your moist face. If you have not nicked yourself, you may experience a nice cold tingle. As it goes over a nick, you might get a bit of a sting though. Allow the face to dry briefly, then rinse off with cool water. You don't want to keep the mineral on your face due to its salty properties. By the way, alum blocks can also be used as an antiperspirant, and vice versa, some of the crystalline deodorant blocks you see at the supermarket might be useful for the face. Just be sure the product is labeled as either potassium alum or potash alum. Finally, here's a technique I learned from a barber in Las Vegas. Soak a hand towel in water. Wring it out, then place it in the freezer before you start your shave. After you're finished, take the towel out of the freezer and place it on your face. The combination of the cold temperature and the pressure from the towel should stop minor bleeding. It's also a great, refreshing sensation for your face during the dog days of summer. If you've seen my videos before, you know I'm not an advocate for using alcohol-based products on your face, but here's an exception. After you take out the towel from the freezer, sprinkle a little of your favorite aftershave onto it, then apply it to your face. The alcohol will act as an antiseptic, but because of the cold temperature of the towel, it won't penetrate too far under the skin and you won't get that sting.
He's over the worst of it. He's going to be all right. Thank God.